Welcome everyone for this webinar. So this is a short webinar where I'm introducing new Fibion products. We have been launching quite many new products and I want to give a quick introduction to those. And the idea is just to give an overview, and when you want to learn more about the products, please check our other resources, website and YouTube and podcast. And if you interested to then learn more, you can book a call with me or Miriam from these links on our website. And in general, we have been broadening our portfolio to sleep, circadian rhythm measurements. We have been more first in the sedentary behavior and physical activity measurements, but we have been widening our portfolio and also in biosignal measurements, meaning, for example, measurement of heart rate variability, respiration, and other signals, a little bit more complex physiological measurements. And if we start with the new products, we are very excited to launch a Fibion Helix. So if I show here, it's a very simple wristband. So it's a black wristband, looks very not so advanced, but when we actually flip it over, we can see that it has a very nice PPG sensor to measure heart rate. Let me just stop the image there. So this is the backside of the device, and it seems to be rolling, so I cannot stop it. Let me just scroll down. Yeah, so it has multi-color LEDs, and basically this will give a better skin penetration for the light, and then it works better with different skin tones. Quite often with the optical heart rate monitors, heart rate variability monitors, it is more challenging with the darker skin tones. So with the different lights, we get the better accuracy with different types of skin colors. And it has a patented technology, so the wristband has a 3-axis accelerometer, and basically it's detecting the movement of the wrist when it's moving, and it can then reduce the movement artifacts from the heart rate and heart rate variability signal. It also has several sensors for the optical measurement, and basically it can compare between different sensors, and if those are not matching, probably then the sensor is moving in relation to the skin, and those are also removed from the analysis. What is left is a much reliable and accurate heart rate and heart rate variability signal. And also with the different lights, different color LEDs, it is that basically the sensor is measuring the blood volume changes during the different stages of heart pumping. And when we are in, for example, in cold environment, the blood flow on the extremities and in the wrist is reduced. And also when we are doing physical activity, there will be less blood flow in the wrist, and this with the normal optical sensors, this reduces the accuracy of the heart rate measurements. But with the different lights and this patented technology, we get the better readings also in these a little bit more challenging conditions. And this part here is it's a magnetic charger, so you just flip in, no need to connect a USB cable or anything. And it can measure in the memory. It provides the raw data. So basically, you get the consumer wearables ease of use, but you have unlimited research capabilities as you get the raw data for research purposes. And it comes with the full participant app. And this app has metrics for sleep and recovery. So you get get full sleep metrics from sleep time, sleep efficiency, sleep zones. You get also recovery metrics, which are calculated from the heart rate variability. You get the physical activity metrics, and you get also the training and heart rate zones for that. So you get the raw data, but you also get the really nice outcome variables for easier data analysis, and also for giving feedback through the app to participants when you want, and also if you want to do behavior change. And also for the researchers, there's a well-documented API access for all data, and there is also software development kit. So basically, you can integrate this to different systems. For example, ecological momentary assessment. So you could use activity triggered questions, for example. So yeah, if you're interested, please check the website fibion.com/helix. So that's the product. And then if we look our other new product, it is called Fibion Flash. Sorry, the menu bounced on the screen. Please go away. Yes. So you can wear it with the classic chest strap, and it has a stud connectors on the other end, so you can just snap it on. You can also use ECG electrodes on the chest, which is more convenient for a longer duration measurements. So basically, you can get a ECG based heart rate variability, which is very accurate, and it can also measure a single channel full ECG curve. And it has a 9-axis motion sensor, so accelerometer, gyroscope, and magnetometer. And you can select the sampling frequency. You can select the measurement range. Let me just show from the specifications. So you can actually go from ±2 to ±16 for the measurement range, and you can go from 12.5 hertz all the way to 416 hertz. So basically, you can use flash in different kind of projects. You could measure long durations with lower sampling frequency in normal daily life, but you can also measure like biomechanics of sports with it. And if I just show, we for example have a wrist adapter, and you can just snap the device on there, and you can detach it easily, and you can wear it in different parts of body. And same way for gyroscope, you can select the settings, and also for ECG you can go from 125 hertz all the way to 512 hertz. And it has a 128 megabyte flash memory. So basically it can store, for example, if you measure heart rate variability, it can record 125 days in the memory. The battery in these conditions lasts 37 days, so very long, probably longer than most of applications demand. And if I go back up here, it has, similarly to the Helix, it has an SDK. So basically you can integrate it to different apps, and also an API for seamless data integration. So these are not so important for smaller scale projects if you want to just measure some amount of participants. But when you have large scale studies, it really helps if you do custom things. So basically then the data flow, the data analysis is more automated, more streamlined. And we have collaborated with Kupios, so it's basically the best HRV software available, used in over 1,500 scientific studies. So if you want to do really good HRV analysis, you can opt in for the QPS software. And what else? It's a very good investment for research groups because you can wear it on the wrist for kind of classic actigraphy. You can wear it on the chest with electrodes. You can get the full single channel ECG, so you could do kind of cardiological measurements. With the heart rate variability, you can do recovery, sleep, physical activity, many kind of measurements. So I think it's a very good for many different situations. And like said, you can also use it, for example, biomechanics measurement. You could have several of them on the body, and you could really get the acceleration in different situations. And you could wear it also on the thigh for more classic sedentary behavior and physical activity measurements. And one thing to mention more is that it you can just flip the back cover open, and you can just put the new CR 2025 battery. So it gives a very long life cycle for the device. So basically, there will be no battery degradation, because you can just change the new one. Many manufacturers, they have a custom batteries. You need to send it to manufacturer to change the battery, and it can be quite costly. And yeah, the modern batteries, if you charge or store them in a wrong way, they can get quite quickly degrade the quality. So yeah, if you're interested on Fibion Flash, please check our website. There's quite a lot of info on the website. There's also the all the specifications. And like said, if you want to learn more, just book a call with me or Miriam, and we are glad to tell more about Fibion Flash. And then if I introduce our Fibion G2, let me just scroll up. So basically this one is the second generation. So we had the Fibion Research device, which gives the very nice Fibion reports, participant reports that can be used to provide easy feedback and behavior change for participants. So we are replacing, staging out the Fibion Research device, and we are replacing it Fibion G2 device. Our menu maybe needs some editing, that it goes away when you want. So if we look at the specifications of the device, it is a very small device, under 10 grams. It maybe looks in the image a little bit bigger. And a big difference compared to our first generation is that this records the raw acceleration data. Our first generation device was more for kind of easy feedback, easy measurements, and behavior change. But when you do research, you often want also the raw acceleration, and now we have it. And it uses all the same when you use the automatic outcome variables, it uses all the same algorithms, and we have made sure that everything is done similarly, all the data processing. So you get all the same variables, validated variables, as the first generation. And yeah, the main use case is that you use it on the thigh, basically often with the medical adhesive. So then you get the most accurate sedentary behavior and physical activity metrics. But as it's recording a raw acceleration, you can use it also in different parts of the body. And we also have algorithms. If you wear it on the chest, we have for sleeping, so you can measure different sleep positions, which are useful in some applications. And what else? So you can create the report, you can get the raw data, and it's very simple to use. No complicated software, pretty nice workflow. And if we look the also the new features, it goes up in the resolution, so it measures 60-bit resolution signal. So if, for example, we compare it to 10-bit resolution signal, it has 64 times more levels in the measurement. So it is actually more precise in data. And it also has in the middle of the sensor, this one here is a button. So you can use it as an event marker button. So when the participant is pressing the button, it will put the time-stamped flag basically in the data. And you can use it to get context about measurements. You could ask participants to click, press the button, for example, when they start exercising, or they go outside, or they go to bed, or whatever your research needs. So basically, you can get more context information from participants in addition to the raw data signal. And I lost my train of thought there, but yeah, and sometimes some are using like a smartphone app for the event markers, and I think in some cases that's fine, but for busy participants in normal daily life, I think it's very good if it's in the device. So you don't need to open smartphone and open an app and then press a button there. I think it's very useful to have the button in the device itself. And yeah, we have a tie strap. You can use medical adhesive. We also have a wrist strap which you can use to wear the device. And yeah, it gives all the validated sitting and physical activity measurement values, and it's also very accurate in detecting light, moderate, and vigorous physical activity as you wear it on the thigh in this case. And we use different algorithms for each activity type, so it's more accurate. Some other manufacturers use just one algorithm, whether it's a weight bearing activity or non-weight bearing, and yeah, it's not very accurate. And this one has been validated in simulated 12-hour lab measurements with the indirect calorimetry, and the results look good. You can find the validations from the resources and publications. Yeah, so basically that's that. It's, let me see if there's anything else to mention. Yeah, it is water resistant, so you can put it to 1 meters for 30 minutes. So you could basically swim with it, not to dive longer than 30 minutes, but yeah, it goes quite well. And we have two versions with the flash memory of 128 megabytes or 256 megabyte. And it's looking at internal sampling frequency is 50 hertz, which is well enough for many of the applications. Yeah, so that's basically it for Fibion G2, and we have launched maybe a few words about Fibion Vitals. This one is not fully new, but maybe a few words about it. So it's just the one device that you can wear on the chest, with the chest belt, and it's measuring a lot of different signals. So basically on the back side of the device, you have first the snap connectors, which connect to the electrodes of the chest belt. So you get the ECG and HRV signal. It also has electrode surfaces for the Okay, so it has electrode surfaces here, and basically it's measuring the chest cavity impedance. So it can measure the respiration from the impedance changes of chest cavity. It also has a temperature sensor here, so you get a nice skin core temperature with those. It has a 9-axis motion sensor, so you can measure the movement and the angles of the body. And it also has a microphone in a way that it can measure sound pressure, so you can for example detect different events from the sound pressure, for example coughing or snoring, or in sport context you could for example detect some whistling or something. So it's measuring 14 different biosignals with the simple one wearable. So pretty nice for kind of physiological measurements, and also for sleep measurements. It comes also with the you can measure also the airflow in the nose. So there is airflow detector, which could also be in some sport science settings, and you can integrate, or we have integrated a pulse oximeter from the fingertip for sleep measurements. But uh, it can measure a lot of different signals for different kind of applications. So those are basically our new devices. So we are glad to give more info, so feel free to book a call with me or Miriam, and let's have a chat if this could be a good fit for you. And you can also send me email if you have any questions. So it is my first name dot last name at fibion.com is my email. So thanks for joining in this webinar, and hopefully you learned something useful from it. So thanks everyone. Have a great day, and thanks for joining.